Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to another episode of Transsexual Meltdowns. And I'm Mona, and I'm going to be speaking with you about some issues I'm having being a transgender person. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out my regular boy voice and let you hear it. Now, I used to sing in a band, okay? And my voice is so stretched out for singing in boy mode, okay, that I have a really hard time doing my girl voice. So let me just bring it up a bit and try to bring up my voice and let you hear how I've tried to make my voice sound more like a girl. And it has not been the easiest thing for me to do. But I try the best that I can with what I have, and let's just face it, it's not easy. Okay, so let me bring it back down and let you hear it again. And it's the boy voice again. Now, I did an experiment earlier, and I decided to call Walmart and ask them just some random questions. So I said, yeah, I want to find out how much are your neon tetra, because I really want to know how much they are. I just wanted to see if they would call me sir, and the guy answered the phone and said, hold on 1 minute, sir. And I told him, I said, I'm not a sir. And he said, okay, ma'am, sir, ma'am, hold on 1 moment, and I'll go find out. Very rude. And took a couple minutes, he comes back, and says, okay, blah, 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 and then calls me ma'am, because he knows, better, whatever. And so, yeah, it was upsetting, and I'm not used to just constantly being called sir on the phone. Okay, so I used to work on the phone, and I used to do my girl voice, and I don't know, about 5 out of 10 times I would usually be called ma'am, and then sometimes I'd be called sir. It depends, it's not every time. Sometimes they call me a ma'am, and sometimes they call me a sir. Now, it just depends on how I'm doing my voice that day, or whatever. On this particular day, I must be doing really bad or something because they called me sir. I've been really depressed lately and having some major depression issues, and so it kind of affected me today, which kind of caught me off guard, because normally I'm ready for that kind of shit. So let me bring my voice back up a bit, and this is the voice that I'm more comfortable in talking in, and it's taken me a while to try to perfect. I'm so not really that impressed with it. I've tried really hard to make it to where, like, for example, you hold your nose like this. If you could still talk like this with your finger over your nose, then you're probably doing pretty good. But as an experiment, I'm going to talk with my boy voice with my finger over my nose, and you could see even when I talk with my boy voice holding my nose, there's still that sort of nose sort of sound. So no matter what you do, you're gonna have a hard time getting away from it no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to talk through my nose like all those other people are forced to do. I've been trying to figure out how to do it in a different way, and I still have a hard time trying to do it. I've noticed if you lift your throat up and send it out, it sort of helps. And I guess that's because you're stretching the vocal cords to a more feminine way. But you can't do that, and like, what if you need to look down and say something or whatever? You don't want to be constantly doing that. So another thing I want to talk about was hater discrimination and how they think it's an opinion. Okay, so there's some people out there, and some of these people are even related to me and friends, so all kinds of people, even people who've been coworkers, all kinds of shit. And they think that their hating against us is their opinion. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not an opinion, it's hate, and you're discriminating. You call it your opinion, I call it discrimination, and it is discrimination. For example, someone could go and murder somebody and then say that that person deserved to die in their opinion. Well, that might be like your opinion, but you just committed murder, okay? Now, when somebody goes and hates on somebody, you can say, oh, well, in my opinion, this person shouldn't be around kids because they're transgender, and I don't believe in transgender people being around exposed to children, and they shouldn't be able to teach kids in school. Well, you can say that's your opinion and freedom of speech and all that other bull crap, but in actuality, you're discriminating against an entire minority of people, and you're just a hater. And then they call us the haters. Now, I've been called a hater many times by these haters, and what happens is they'll say things like this, like, "Oh well, in my opinion, the only person I see hating is you." Well, in actuality, you guys are all ganging up on me and being bullies, and you're hating on me. So don't be surprised when I delete you from my Facebook or any of that. So I've deleted a lot of people from my Facebook, and I've been quite happy with it. And so, yeah, there's certain people that are on there. I get rid of them, and you know what? Everything's fine and dandy after they're gone. But they throw hell, and they raise hell, and try to throw shit at me, about it. And I don't need you guys. Anyway, yeah, so that's something that I think is total bullcrap. Now that I seen a channel on here earlier, there's a new girl I seen on here. She's only got 3 videos up and she's already got like over 1,000 subscribers, which bravo. But I looked at her comments and there was a woman on there named Sophie Lafayette. Oh my god, I read her comment. Sophie, you are a horrible person. Sophie's comment said for this transgender person that they should go kill themselves because they're a disgrace to their family. Oh my god, Sophie Lafayette, you are a horrible human being. And, I'm not even going to pray for you. I don't do that. But, yeah, you've got issues. There's some people on there. There was a guy on one of the comments, his name is the Arab Slap or something, and he had some comment on there about transgender people and saying something really, really not appropriate about their genitalia. And yeah, not nice. We don't like it when people talk like that about us, okay? Mr. Arab Slap or whatever, you're a horrible human being. There are so many horrible people talking so much shit about transgender people. We don't like it. We don't like it when you talk shit about us, okay? There's a lot of people that are talking shit, and it's total bullcrap. So, yeah, with me saying that, I just had to get that off my chest and say that. And yeah, as far as my voice, I'm really having a lot of trouble with it. I don't know what to do about my voice. I know that I want it to sound more like a girl, and the voice thing for me is really, really important. If you can't all tell, like it's pretty obvious, I have some pretty distinct male features that apparently I didn't start to realize were so there until I started trying to transition a couple years ago. It was about 3 years ago when I decided to come out to everybody. And yeah, it was kind of traumatizing. I got out a digital camera, did my makeup, and I thought I looked okay. I thought I looked alright. I took all these photos, and oh my god, I was like in tears and stuff. The puberty, the stuff that's from puberty, that's done to my jaw and everything. I did not used to look like this, y'all. Um, y'all. Yeah, it made me cry. I remember I cried, a lot, and, it was pretty rough for me. Um, and if you all didn't know, which I haven't said anything about this, but I used to smoke cigarettes. Okay, I'm 31 years old, and I was a smoker for 15 years. Okay, I've been smoke free for 7 months. Okay, I've quit cigarettes for 6 to 7 months, about 5 different times over the past 15 years. So you could say in between that 15 years, there were lots of gaps where I quit for like 6 to 7 months. One time I quit for almost a year. And what happens is I get these ghost cravings, I'll get depressed, something will happen, and I'll start smoking again. This time, I'm not going to let it happen. I'm never smoking again. I'm done. I promised myself that I would quit before I'm 30, and unfortunately, I didn't complete the task. I ended up quitting after 30. But at least I'm finally done with it. Thank God. Yeah. Oh, and if you're doing heroin, please stop. It's not good for you. I have a friend that I've known for years. We tried to start a band together, and he somehow got into heroin, and me and him aren't as close as we used to be. But it's really sad observing. Like, I went over to visit him a couple times because he said he was getting better and stuff. And you know what? He's not getting better. He's got